So this new book of poems is called Maggot. And I suppose I'm thinking of the word maggot in a range of ways. Needless to say, one of them has to do with that little creature, that little grub that gnaws away at our physical being, preferably when we've died. But maggot is a word that has other associations. It also refers to an idea that gnaws away at us, something that gets into our head, a fancy, a whim. So most of the poems have a song-like quality, in fact. Many of them are round songs. Repetition, of course, is at the heart of so many of the arts, and certainly at the heart of the art of making verse, where it's all about returning, turning and returning. Things coming round again. All narrative, as Coleridge suggested, like a snake eating its own tail. So things coming back, returning, going back, leaving, coming back, is at the heart of what's happening in this book. Among the books that have been most meaningful to me right through my life have been novels. I'm thinking of Lawrence Sterne, The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Swift, Gulliver's Travels, as we've come to know it, James Joyce, Ulysses. I would love actually to be able to write a novel, but I know that I simply couldn't do it. It takes me, and it's partly because I've spent so long, so many years getting used to the idea, I suppose, that I will spend a long, long time writing a line or a sentence. I know that if I were to try to write a novel, it would take me forever. And even then, it would probably be absolute garbage. So much of it is about habit, in fact, of being in the habit of making these particular constructs in the world that tend to be a bit shorter, tend to be a little more densely packed, tend to have a pressure per square inch that it's a little higher than a lot of prose. I mean, I like to think that poetry actually embraces a lot more than we usually give it credit for. We're simply not immersed in poetry to the extent that we're immersed in so many of these other art forms. So I think we have to be prepared, frankly, to do a little self-education. It sounds horrendous, but just having poetry be a more significant part of our lives, have it in fact become more ordinary rather than extraordinary, I think is a place to begin in any case.